Workspaces take sharing to a whole new level. They're a great way to share reports, dashboards, and other Power BI artifacts. But in a workspace, this is generally all about collaboration. Not only can people view the dashboards and reports you're creating, they can work with you. You can build reports and dashboards together. To create a new workspace, go to Workspaces, and at the bottom, click the Create a Workspace link. You'll want to enter a name for the workspace, and this workspace is for the Sales Analytics team. So I'm simply going to call it Sales Analytics. Describe this workspace. You have about 200 characters here. So I'm going to note this is a collaboration space for the Sales Analytics team. Note that Power BI tells me this workspace name is available. No one else is using it. If you'd like to know more about workspace settings, you can click here. If you'd like to add a workspace image, you can, if you wish. It needs to be small, less than 45 kilobytes. But I'm going to leave the image that's here now. Click Save. Sales Analytics, Collaboration Space. And if I go to my list of workspaces, here's the new Sales Analytics workspace. The next thing I'll need to do is add content. A couple of questions for your consideration. Does your organization have existing workspaces where you could hone your Power BI skills while working on projects with your colleagues? And if you were to work on a new Power BI project, would you create a workspace to collaborate? Why or why not? I'll see you in the next movie. If you decided you were going to create a new app in Power BI, you would begin by creating a workspace, even if you were going to work all by yourself, because you cannot create an app from my workspace, only other workspaces. But normally we create a workspace because we want to collaborate, so our next job is to give some people access. There are 4 roles that are available in the Power BI workspaces: viewers, contributors, members, and admins. If you have just created a new workspace, you are an admin. Viewers have the ability to view items like dashboards and reports and interact with them, and that's really about it. Contributors have those same permissions, but they can also publish reports in the workspace, create, edit, and delete workspace content. Members are a step up from contributors. They have all of the contributors' permissions, but they also have the ability to share an item or an app, including allowing others to reshare items. They can publish and update apps, and they can add people with their permissions and below. So they can't add an admin, but they can add other members, contributors, and viewers. One way to think about this is that when you make someone a member, you're giving them a semi-administrative role. An actual admin can do everything that a member can do, plus they can add and remove admins, and they alone have the ability to delete a workspace. If you are an admin in a workspace, or for that matter, if you are a member, you'll see an access button. Click here and you can add admins, members, or contributors. And if you need a refresher about what those roles are when you do this, simply click Learn More. Everyone that I add as an admin, member, or contributor has to have a Power BI Pro license because they're really doing things that require licensing. If folks are added who are not members, admins, or contributors, who are simply viewers, then they don't need to have a license, but they can only view and interact with the items in the workspace. But I'm going to add Rob Molina as a viewer because he's a great reviewer. So I'm going to add him. So you enter the email address, choose the appropriate role, and click Add. And note that you can add another admin, which is a great idea because it means that if you are on vacation or you get a large inheritance or win the lottery and don't want to have to come to work for a while, there's still someone who can administer the workspace, including deleting the workspace if need be. When you're done adding people for now, simply click Close. At any point when you want to see who has access, click the Access button, and you can see their names below. If you need to remove someone, you can remove them, or you can change their role, provided that they have a pro license to support that role change, which we already know Rob Molina does not.